Hey guys, it's Shay. Thank you for watching another Twisted Tea episode. Well, I serve that tea that not even your favorite celebrity gas and sites could take off their stove yet. And today's boiling, hyping, hot tea is on Nicki Minaj. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj. That's why I got the pink lips for the pink print. Yes. I'm talking about her album. Yes. That's the most important part, right? But I'm talking about her hiatus and her beef with Cardi B and Young Money and Meek Mill and everything. It's all going to be in here. So I'm going to dive right in right now, okay? So she starts off her first interview after her hiatus to talk about why she did the hiatus. Like, what was the social media disappearance for? And she talks about Three of Wands thing. She was working, most importantly, right? And that's what the Three of Wands represents. Planning, foresight into the future. And it's also this element of self-discovery, which we also have from the Ace of Wands, because she does say that she is spiritually at the best place that she has been in her career right now. So all things as confirmed by the Three of Wands, Ace of Wands, album, and spiritual awareness, self-awareness. It's a beautiful thing, and the Wands is really great for creativity. So at the very least, we can say that we are gonna get a creative album from Nicki. So that's wonderful. All right, jumping right into the Cardi B thing, because apparently that's what Nicki Minaj did, so I'm just taking after her, right? So yeah, she jumped right into it with the Cardi B situation. She says that she felt slighted, right? She felt slighted, which would be represented by the Page of Cups. She felt slighted that Nicki Minaj, someone, look how grand this man is holding this like a gift, right? Holding gold. Nicki Minaj gave you gold, Cardi B. How could you slight her like this? Nicki Minaj is a little bit in her feelings right now. Supposedly for us, for the camera, right? This is the role that we see Nicki Minaj give to us. Like, as the media could only show us what the celebrities want to show, right? Just like your Instagram, you could choose what pics you put on there. So they're choosing what to show you. So she's playing this very sentimental role right now. Something I'm not really used to seeing Nicki Minaj do. Nicki Minaj, probably, I think she's cried once maybe on camera about like a beef, but it's not even like a I got beef with you kind of thing. It's are you picking a fight with me? So that's what we're kind of getting right now. That's what she's showing us. I gave you gold and you turn your back on me like this. It's so dramatic. All right, so of course, my Twisted Tea, if you haven't figured out by now, I don't just talk about what the celebrities show us. I talk about what are celebrities really feeling. Celebrities are humans just like us, so these tarot cards could be just as deep for them, okay? So I pulled 3 cards for how she really feels about Cardi B, and I was expecting to see some like 5 of Swords stuff with like just some daggers and stuff being and honestly, she's not even. I don't even think that Nicki Minaj has really a beef with Cardi B. I know all the Barbies and stans are going to be so happy for that, but I don't. I'm not going to say the beef does not exist though. There is a beef. The world just shows me that the beef is with anybody who would kind of be in Cardi B's spot right now, because Nicki Minaj isn't really mad at Cardi B. Nicki Minaj is mad at what Cardi B represents. Nicki Minaj thinks that this kind of signals the end of Nicki Minaj. And it's like, are you crazy? Like, look at how long, like, Kim, Queen Latifah, Missy, like, these people, like, just because there's other people coming into the game does not mean that you are over. But that's how she sees it. That's what she sees. Because like the world also shows kind of like a coming like full circle, right? And there was a time when Kim was in Nicki's spot and Nicki was in Cardi B's spot, right? So so she's just kind of seeing how everything's kind of coming full circle, and it's scary. She feels like this king of coins here, which to any one of us, I don't know, maybe I'm just a hobo, but I would love to be the king of coins. I'd be like, yeah, like the king of coins is rich and wise and has mad experience, and he's running things. Like this is what you like the journey to, like this is like the end point in the tarot. Like this is kind of like, yeah, this is where you kind of want to be at, right? But it's so starkly different from this Page of Cups. She's playing this Page of Cups. It's like the Page of Cups is so youthful, right? It's so young and fresh. And I mean, I think that she might be taking this King of Coins in a very negative kind of direction. Like I'm feeling washed up or something. And I think, this poor, look at this man. Like you can't even. I mean, he's got smile lines and crow's feet, and I mean, it could, as far from vanity, it could be probably a wake-up call, okay? But, and this is even represented by the moon here that I got for this. It's a lot of things that really have nothing to do with Cardi at all. It just has to do with how Nicki's feeling insecurity-wise. So, Cardi B, I guess it's a good thing that she's not really beefing with you, but if it wasn't you, it'll be somebody else. So Nicki, I think that how I feel is Nicki Minaj came into this game killing shit. Like, I was a huge Nicki Minaj fan, all right? And even now, like, I will still hear every new song that she drops, because I kind of miss old Nicki, but you can't really even say that about artists these days because they're always transforming and changing. I would just kind of like some Roman like things, right? Oh shit, I'm kind of already talking about the album. Yeah, I asked my cards about this album. What is the content? What do we expect? I pulled strength, and this kind of got me excited because I see this kind of composed woman, right? Really composed, and then right her belly is this ferocious tiger, and like a dungeon dragon, like, like I don't really know if she's gonna come back with an alter ego for this album, but it's like it could happen. But I'm definitely gonna tell you, it's definitely gonna be a lot of shit talking on there. It's definitely gonna be a lot of her, mixed Moscato and pushing pink Lamborghinis stuff, like just the same egotistical. And I guess that has kind of a negative connotation, but ego's great. Like, and I love like even making my own music. I put a lot of my ego into my music, so I don't really think that's a bad thing. And if it could be executed well, I think it has potential to be kind of a good album as far as what you could bop to. As far as content, I don't really see it kind of inspiring too much in the rap industry, in the rap game. Just from this card, the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands shows victorious. Okay, because I did ask how was this album going to be received. And that's what I asked for this card. How is this going to be received? So Six of Wands, yeah, kind of shows victory, right? But and why not? Like, in everything that Nicki Minaj touches, it sells, right? I mean, she has a huge following that people just even want to see what the next album is going to be. People just going to buy it, pre-order it, just to, just out of curiosity at this point, right? So we have these 5 wands down here. That's like, yeah, like, I think as far as sales, if we're talking sales, yeah, I think sales going to be off the charts, of course. Definitely. I mean, it's not Nicki Minaj if you don't have platinum on it, but the lack of lights, like this, you know, Nicki Minaj here in this victorious position is holding a wand with a light, and there's no lights down here, and so it just kind of makes me think that the content of the album itself is not really going to be too moving, is not going to be something that goes down in history, like the fact that, I mean, just accolades for Lauryn Hill right now. Big ups to her for doing a tour of Miseducation 20 years later. That's some female power shit right there. But sidestep for that, I don't see this album being like one of those kind of things. Okay. Also, the album. During the interview, Nicki Minaj said that she doesn't have any songs with Wayne or Drizzy yet. And I was like, whoa. I was like, girl, you grabbed them quicker when you was dissing Remy Ma. Like, you got them on that joint like quick fast. And you don't have Wayne and Drizzy on your thing yet. And she even said that Wayne didn't even hear the songs until like probably the day of the interview, like if he was on the radio hearing it. So I was like, okay, is there trouble with Paradise? So, you know, I asked the cards. And first I inquired about how everything looks on the surface, right? This is the side that they show us as far as, you know, they celebrities. So the side that we hear about Young Money, well, from Nicki Minaj at least, 4 of Wands, happy home, celebration. Like, look at it, it's beautiful in here. Come walk to these tall ass doors and get this abundance of light. Like, so, you know, Young Money is the Rasta and the Monster Crew, you know. So when we have the 9 of Coins, which shows Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj, you know, look at this woman. Like, the 9 of Coins is someone who is independent and prosperous, abundant, overall gracious. It's a lot of gratitude, right? What is their gratitude for? Well, there's gratitude for what she says all the time. Only started from the bottom to we here. Like, look at these 2 cards. Like, they're so similar because they're both Nicki Minaj. You know, Nicki Minaj coming into this game with nothing, not even clothes on her back right now, and just nothing but skill, you know. And then here she is, Emperor, running things, you know, like rich and all these responsibilities and abundant and doing good things. So started from the bottom, now we here. I'm grateful for that. She always sings Wayne's praises for signing her. And then, you know, this is just the family. Okay, I love my cards and their sense of humor. They're so funny. We have King of Wands, who represents Lil Wayne, right? And we have the Fool and Queen of Coins, who's looking affectionately at both of them. This is the model home. This is the model home. Like, it's such, like, you speak such wonderful things of Young Money, Nicki. Like, why are they not on your album? And it's so epic already, right? So what's really going on? Young Money might actually be looking a little bit like the 10 of Coins. And that is a big difference from the 4 of Wands over here. Because, like, the 10 of Coins, just in comparison, it kind of looks like a little unkempt, a little untended to. Like, you know, not much love is going on there. And why is that? No, I think Nicki Minaj has kind of turned into a little Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords could be very detached, isolating herself. Maybe she's feeling a little bitter and resentful against her teammates. Sorry, Young Money crew. I think that if there's anything that I felt from Nicki Minaj's interview is that she feels like a lot of people probably just didn't step up for her the way that she thought that they should. So that could be contributing to these feelings from the Queen of Swords. I think that the events have been an Ace of Swords moment for her, where just new truths have been realized and things have been seen as they really are. Let's see. Oh, we have here we have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Queen of Wands is definitely a boss lady, but she's so but she could be a little overbearing, could be stubborn, could be impulsive, could be but in combination with the Nine of Wands, I think Nicki has become a little too defensive, probably too guarded right now. But the Nine of Wands shows that, I mean, she's like, damn, I did a lot of fighting by myself. Like, shoot, I'm gonna fight by myself and eat by myself. Probably what was kind of going on with these cards, right? So these are all kind of contributing to these feelings of why Young Money may not really be on the album. Like, yeah, to us they might be saying, oh, everything's perfect in paradise, but these are kind of showing maybe not. And very interesting, I wasn't really expecting this, but I am going to bring it up because I believe my cards wholeheartedly, and I believe more important than I believe my cards, I believe my intuition, okay? And because I wasn't expecting this at all, but it did kind of come to me. So the Knight of Wands with the Six of Cups, and I'm kind of looking at this as like, looking at this card and I'm like, is this a Drake? Like, because it kind of looks like Nicki Minaj is looking affectionately at somebody over here who's probably not even paying her too much attention, right? But the Knight of Wands also kind of shows me like a rekindling, passion that's ignited, right? Again, especially, you know, he's kind of faced behind him too, to the past. So, and the Six of Cups is also a card of the past. She might be catching some feelings for Drake. Maybe again, or I don't know if it ever was. I'm not sure. But I'm kind of getting like a rekindling. And it might just honestly be loneliness. And I'm not saying that Nicki is lonely. But I'm saying as far as the public image is concerned, she hasn't really been in a relationship. And so maybe that kind of loneliness has just been, you know, like, damn, you know, Drizzy, you're kind of looking good now. Like, come on. Remember all those things you were saying back then? Yeah. So, my last topic. All right. Meek Mill. I just heard on Meek Mill's 1492 flows. Is that what it was? Was it 1492? Some 1942 flows, something like that. Whatever. It was bomb. Like, me not knowing people's the titles of songs does not discredit them at all. It's discrediting me. but no. Meek Mill always had that fire though. Like, Meek Mill, as much as like I kind of want to hate him, like, you know, he's also a Taurus. I'm a Virgo, sorry, but like I do love me some Taurus. So I always want him to win, you know. But there's just something about him. It was just maybe it was the Nicki Minaj thing. Like, maybe I just wasn't feeling that a lot. But he jumped in my mind too because I know that the last breakup with Safari was also kind of very public on the album. So you know, kind of stands to reason that Nicki Minaj will kind of talk about Meek Mill. So wanted to, and I cut these cards down to just one, so you can have one as a focal point, but there were other cards that came with these, so I'm just going to interpret them from my memory and tell you what I got. So what she's going to be talking about on the album, as far as Meek Mill goes, is a card of heartbreak. She's going to be saying, like, remember, like, regret in your tears? Like, probably some stuff like that, but something of like heartbreak. I don't really see anything kind of malicious though. I don't see anything malicious. I think that is gonna be from she's gonna be talking about their plans on having a family. there was plans to have a baby and start a family. I don't even know if she maybe did get pregnant. Let's see. And then there was the case, right? And then, you know, with Meek Mill and free Meek Mill and going in court and jail. And then I think that was just kind of like the dust hands free the situation. So that's kind of going to be the story on the album. And I quite frankly think that the real story is much better than this one. So, Hanging Man, I'm sorry, but don't even blame me. It's the cards. Like, my tarot cards are so petty. So, the Hanging Man. This shows me Nicki Minaj was kind of trying to get out of this relationship for quite a while. Like, she's definitely the one who wanted this breakup. She's definitely the one who initiated it. But like, I also like this because it's like the Hanging Man has his back to us, and I really feel like I kind of feel like Nicki Minaj completely turned her back on Meek Mill. That's just my personal opinion, and it was not something I got from the cards. Besides, kind of like, you know, turning the back and sacrifice and breaking up with him. But I feel like, because I do know Taurus, and I know that Taurus are very big on loyalty, so Meek Mill cannot be really excited about the fact that Nicki Minaj wasn't there too much for him. I mean, it's like Nicki Minaj, you had a whole line. Like, you had a whole line with Kmart, and now you're working with H&M. And you can't even get a free Meek Mill shirt with your face on the back or something. I would have done that. I don't care what kind of breakup. Like, I mean, even Beyonce was saying free Meek Mill. You know, Beyonce don't say much about nothing. So, so what else was kind of going on with this Hanging Man? Definitely was looking for any kind of reason to cut out. I think that there was reoccurring problems of maybe, I don't want to say probably infidelity, but maybe something like even emotional cheating. But because they were kind of like major cards, so the infidelity, maybe emotional cheating, but it's I wanted to probably believe that it might have been Meek Mill, but because they were major cards, I think that instead it was Nicki's side. Just because it showed, the cards kind of revealed to me something like recurring struggle, something that she kind of struggles with. And it might just be from insecurities and just kind of needing a different emotional attachment. And you know how shorties are, you know, we get emotionally attached to somebody, and, you know, all hell to whoever was there, right? So there were cards about that, and just like, I think that the case, Meek Mill's legal situation, was just kind of like, this is how I get out. So that's what the cards behind the Hanging Man kind of revealed to me. So the album's gonna have a lot of juicy stuff on it, right? And also what is lacking is also just as juicy, as we learned about Young Money not being on that album. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Twisted Tea. Please like this video and comment, because I love to hear people's opinions, because the internet cannot be defeated at all. And subscribe, binge watch my other shows, the other episodes of Twisted Tea, because they're great. Like, I talk about Kylie Jenner's baby. I actually predicted that her baby was born about a month before that the baby actually was. And, you know, when the tea actually came out, that, oh, the baby is here, but the baby looks mad damn good for like a week old. Like, looks mad old. Yeah. So if you watch on those videos, I have Beyonce album as well. I like to find out about people's albums before, you know, we even get them. So Thank you for tuning in and watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.